SSI Savings Penalty Elimination Act. Congressman Sessions, please take it away. Texas in the house.
Yeah, there you go.
Texas in the people's house.
Thank you very much. What a great opportunity it is to see you. I will tell you that I have been involved in these type of issues for 31 years. I have a Down syndrome son who is now 31 years old, who during his life as a parent, you get to live through the challenges that your children have. And that those challenges are not just health care. They are not just education. They are not just employment. They are not just trying to make sure that they have a fair shot in life, even for things that deal in transportation. But it really is the sort of thing that many of you see as challenges every day. I also am a strong supporter and have spent a vast amount of my time in dealing with retina issues, sight issues for people who have limited sight, and some people who have lost their sight. And so I have been a strong advocate at not just the NIH and not just Foundation Fighting Blindness, but working for these issues for a period of time to get more research, more money, better answers that will be available. And I must tell you that in this time that I spend doing that, perhaps for about 15 years, I was believing that there were going to be answers right around the corner. Today, now some 7 or 8 years later after that lost feeling, I will tell you that there are things that are being done across the board by a lot of people. And it is it's slow to develop, but I see real opportunity that is around the corner. So I just want you to know that each of you who are gathered here really reinforce to each other how important we are if we stick together. It is. It is much of it something that is one vote at a time, one member at a time. And I will tell you that I can tout several of my colleagues who deeply believe in this, and I work with them. One is Chris Van Hollen, who is a senator from Maryland. And there are others, but I've done work in the Down Syndrome Caucus for a number of years. We have made advances. We've done things that are necessary. We engaged a number of years ago, probably 15 years ago, NIH, and said there are things about a Down syndrome life that if you look at it, it is early onset of what would become other problems, Alzheimer's. And you move this little money that you have over here and work together. And so we have, I think, made a big difference in ideas that we have brought forth. The best ideas come from people who come visit us. The associations who care most about not just the success, but finding real answers. And I have seen people who I think are genuine in what they do when we make advances. It does not always have to be the answer, but making advances. And we've done these things in cancer. I've worked with a lot of cancer, with the FDA on cancer trials. We saw that we were not getting enough of these ideas through because people did not complete their FDA trials. We could not gather enough people who had necessarily the same thing that the mutation was that we were trying to work on. So I want you to know that each of you, I think I am, but I think you are we're lucky to be in America. We're lucky to have something like not just the FDA and not just NIH, but also people who are part of associations that you belong to, who have uplifting ideas about dealing with the problems that we have. So I want you to know that I felt that it was important for me to come and try and look at each one of you in the eye, and I see varying desires and needs and opportunities in this room. And I want you to know that there are people who do care. There are people who are working on your causes. There are people who recognize that someone like me is very lucky, but I have not made it out yet, and I too could join you in any number of circumstances, and we need to do it for all of us. Lastly, I talk a lot about it. I'm now 70, and Alex is 31, and I talk about how important it is to have genuine people who will understand and care about others, because I'm at some point going to end my life. I did say end my life. The end of the road. The end of the road. The end of the road, and we need to know that there are people like you who will continue to grow others, be advocates for us as people, and advocates for us because we're all really deep down, we need each other. So I talk about America. I talk about how lucky we are to be Americans. I talk about Americanism, and part of being an American and Americanism is the ability to come in a place like this. I'm in my 27th year. To come at a place like this and to gather together and to know that people from around the country can come and have common interests and common prayers of support and common desires, and know that there are people that hear you and listen to you. I'm but one member, but I will tell you, there are a number who deeply care about you. And I want
Thank
to
you so much.
very typical of a member of Congress, we want to talk for 4 or 5 hours. But I think it was important for me to say to you that you are important. Your life is important. And I have some things of my family members that cause me to become an advocate for them. And it's not that they can't advocate for themselves, because by living their life, people see that struggle, and it builds some bit of confidence in people of how important life is. But the last thing I want to say is, and I only want to do well enough to get invited back, so God bless you.